Hi everyone, welcome to Angateki YouTube channel. In our today's session, we are going to discuss about locking mechanism in Pega. So let's get started. So before trying to understand locking mechanism in Pega, let's try to understand what is the purpose of locking and why it is required. So let me take a real-time example. Let's assume that there is a loan processing team in a bank. So in a loan processing team, again there are multiple teams involved. One is verification team and approval team and disbursement team. So in verification team also there will be multiple people involved, and even in the approval team also multiple team will be involved, and even in the disbursement team also multiple members will be involved. So whenever a loan request is raised by the customer through internet banking or through mobile banking or by going to bank, loan request first comes to the verification team. Any member from the verification team has to pick the case and he has to move the case to the next level. Let's assume that there are two members in verification team, member A and member B. Member A and member B has taken a loan request simultaneously. They have opened the loan case simultaneously. Now, member A tried to update something in the case. After that, member B also tried to update something in the case. Now, whatever the changes which member A has done will be lost, right? That's where locking mechanism will come into picture. So, not only in Pega application, in any application built in any programming language, locking mechanism is required. So in any other programming language, we have to take care of locking mechanism explicitly. But whereas in Pega by default provides us the locking mechanism. We have to utilize it properly. So let's discuss about this practically by logging into our Dev Studio. I am logging into Dev Studio with my ID. So I have opened the same session in another browser with, I'm trying to open the case with different ID. Now, yeah, I have two case types in my system. One is credit card, another one is loan. Let's see this loan locking mechanism example in credit card case. So open any case type, go to settings tab. Here we have an option called locking. Yeah, here there are two options. In Pega, there are two types of locking mechanism available. One is default locking, another one is optimistic locking. Default locking is nothing but selecting this radio button allow one user. Optimistic locking is nothing but selecting this radio button allow multiple user. First, we will discuss about default locking. Default locking is nothing but selecting this radio button allow one user. So whenever we select this radio button, only one user can open a case at a time. What happens if second user opens the case? Pega by default displays the error message saying that this work object is being modified by some other person. Please wait for some time. So once the user A releases the lock, then user B can work on the case. What if user A opens the case and he has not performed anything? That's where this timeout value comes into picture. By default, timeout value will be 30 minutes. If our requirement is to, if in our requirement, if timeout value is for 5 minutes, then we can simply update this timeout value and save as the case type. What happens if that particular person is not performing anything? Log will be released automatically after 5 minutes, then another user can fix the case and he can work upon it. Let's see this practically. I'm just updating this timeout value to 15 minutes. Now let's open the credit card case. I'm just opening, I have one case, credit card case, that is C16001. Let's try to open the same case by another operator ID. Yeah, first I'm opening the credit card case from the system. Now user A opened the case and he is trying to work on it. Now when user A is working on this case, if user B tried to open the same case, what happens? So when he tried to work on this assignment, Pega is saying that C16001 is currently being modified by Suman and may not be edited simultaneously. So whenever user A open the case, what Pega does in backend, there is a table called PR syslogs. Pega creates an entry in this table. So let's run this. So here if you see, this is the PZNS key 16001 is the PZNS key of the case which I have opened in Microsoft Edge. So whenever the first user opens the case, Pega creates an entry in this particular table. And whenever this user closes the case, what Pega does, Pega removes this entry from this table. Now any user can open the case and he can work on it. Since I have closed it, now user B can open this case. Now whenever user B opens, Pega automatically creates an entry. Whenever user B closes, Pega removes the entry. This is in backend what happens. So whenever there is a lock entry, another user cannot work on this case because this particular case is following default locking. What if we change this locking option to allow multiple users? Now if we select this radio button, there is no timeout value, which means multiple people can open the case. Let's see what happens if multiple people open the case. Now I'm opening the same case. Let's make sure, yeah. Now I'm opening the same case here. I'm opening this enter personal loan assignment. I'm opening the same case from another browser, from another user's browser, and I have opened the interpersonal loan info assignment. See here, when optimistic locking is selected, which means allow multiple user is selected, both the users can open the case at a time. But if user A updated something, now user A updated something and he went to the next screen. Now when user B also tried to update something, now user A is already present in the second screen, and when user B is finishing the first screen and if he is going to the next screen, it is not allowing the user to proceed further, right? We'll enter all the mandatory fields here. We'll first complete this entire assignment. Now user A finishes the assignment. Now when user B tries to work on this case, Pega will not allow, it will throw the error message basically. Yeah. Basically, Pega displays this error message. This case was updated by Suman on so and so time. Refresh the screen to update the values and proceed further. We have not got this error in our previous screen, but this is the error we usually get when multiple users are working. When we select allow multiple users, which means when this option is selected, multiple users can open the work object at a time. But if user A submits before user B, it will not allow user B to proceed further. It will ask, system asks to refresh the case and proceed the further so that there will not be any loss of data. Yeah, that's it about locking mechanism in Pega. I hope you enjoyed the video. Uh, Please do like and subscribe for further updates. Thank you.